The knock came at 2:11 a.m. Not polite, not urgent, measured. I didn't move. I watched the condensation slide down my glass, listened to my phone vibrate itself numb on the kitchen counter. 67 missed calls, all from her, some from numbers I didn't recognize, a few voicemails I hadn't opened. I already knew what they would sound like. Breathing, breaking, blame. The knock came again, firmer this time. My name whispered through the wood. That was when I smiled. Because 4 hours earlier I'd been standing under crystal lights, champagne in my hand, while she leaned into a microphone and laughed about me like I was a rehearsal, a warm-up act, a line item she'd already written off. "Test run husband," she said. Laughter rippled. Applause followed. Someone filmed it. Then she slid the envelope into my jacket pocket like a tip. Divorce papers. Pre-filled, pre-signed. I remember the weight of them. Thin, cheap, decisive. I remember the way she didn't look at me afterward. That was the moment everything inside me went quiet. Not pain, not rage, calculation. Another knock. I set the glass down, straightened my cuffs, and finally stood. I didn't read the papers that night. I didn't need to. The truth had already been rehearsed, just not with me in the room. She had always been efficient, cold where I was methodical, ambitious where I was strategic. I funded the clinic because I believed in her vision, because I believed in us. I believed the late nights were for patience, not practice. I replayed the speech in my head while the guests drank, the way she thanked everyone except me, the way her hand brushed the arm of her partner, the way he didn't flinch. They'd practiced that, too. I left without a scene, let the applause swallow my absence. In the car, I called my attorney, then my accountant, then the bank. By midnight, the money was gone. $4.3 million. Pulled clean, no theatrics, just signatures. I slept better than I had in months. The calls started after sunrise. By noon, the clinic's accounts were frozen. By dusk, vendors were backing out. By midnight, the truth began to bleed through the cracks she thought she'd sealed. I didn't answer a single call. I watched. Patterns emerge when you stop reacting. The investigation was quiet, surgical. I requested phone records under the guise of asset separation. I reviewed emails forwarded to a cloud she forgot I had access to. I read contracts she never expected me to understand. I noted dates, hotels, payments. The partner wasn't just a partner. He was her replacement. They'd been together 18 months, maybe longer. Long enough for shared jokes, long enough for shared plans, long enough to draft divorce papers before humiliation became public. The clinic was never meant to be ours. I was seed money, a placeholder, a test run. I attended dinners, smiled, signed checks, funded a future where I didn't exist. I felt nothing as I uncovered it. That surprised me. I kept waiting for the floor to drop, for my chest to cave in. Instead, I felt sharpened. Every lie refined the edge. The final confirmation came as a PDF, time-stamped, watermarked, an internal message chain between her and the board. Once the funding clears, I'll initiate the exit. He's stable, predictable, won't fight. I read it twice, then once more. I printed it, folded it carefully. The knock returned, louder, desperate now. I walked to the door and opened it. She stood there unraveling, hair undone, mascara a shadow of itself, her confidence leaking out through every breath. Behind her, the partner, pale, silent. I didn't invite them in. She spoke first, my name like a plea. I handed her the paper. She didn't need to read far. Her face collapsed inward. The partner stepped back like he'd been slapped. "I know," I said, soft, even. Silence swallowed the hallway. "I know when you decided. I know why. I know how long." Her mouth opened, closed. I didn't raise my voice, didn't accuse, didn't ask questions. I didn't need answers. I had leverage. The clinic folded within 48 hours. Investors fled. The board dissolved. Licenses came under review. Lawsuits whispered their way into daylight. I didn't file one. I didn't need to. She lost more trying to save face than I ever could have. The partner disappeared before the week ended. He was always a coward. She chose him because he mirrored her hunger, not her spine. She called again, left messages this time. Apologies layered over blame, layered over fear. I deleted them without listening. The last knock came 2 days later. A courier. Finalized documents. Her signature shaking across the page. I signed. Steady. When it was done, I felt lighter. Not free, just unburdened. I poured another drink, looked at the empty doorway. Some people mistake silence for weakness. They forget it's often the sound of someone deciding how much they're willing to lose. I lost nothing. I learned, and I walked away with everything that mattered, my clarity, my control, and the certainty that I was never a test run. I was the final lesson.